Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Deconversion Stories. And today I'm chatting with my very good friend, Kjartan. How do you pronounce your last name?
Raaen.
Raaen. There we go. You got to roll the
Yes.
R and everything. All right.
Yes.
got to give my tongue a workout before I can start rolling R's here. But actually, it's not too hard for me because I did speak Hebrew for a while when I lived over in Israel. And there's a lot of rolling the R's over there, too. So. But anyway, Kjartan, you know what I do here, man? I talk to people about their, getting away from whatever oddball belief system they're in or religious belief system they're in, stuff like that. You know how it is. And of course, you being a musician like me, will probably chat a little bit about music too.
Might be a bit about guitars in there, won't there?
Yeah, maybe. we'll get you to riff out a real wicked solo or something.
something about that effect. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, before we go into the show, I've got some announcements I got to do. If you're not already familiar with the fact that I am now a host of the Nonprofits, which is one of the ACA shows. Also, don't forget to check out all the links I have below for Kjartan here. I've got his personal YouTube, the Bin Podcast YouTube. I've also got his Twitter and his Facebook down there. And I couldn't find a Patreon, dude, but you kind of need to get a Patreon going if you're going to, actually start doing stuff. At least for the Bin.
Yeah, no, but the Patreon looks like the Bin Podcast. That's all you need to know.
There you go.
Yes.
I couldn't even find that one on Patreon. Well, Mike, you'll have to give me a link to it or something later on, and then I'll pop it in there. Yep, no problem. Anyway, we can deal with that afterwards. But there are links below for that. Also, thank you to all my wonderful patrons, because without you guys, this show would probably suck a lot more than it does already. So you guys are awesome.
I'm glad to help.
Yeah, but that's right too. Kjartan here's my newest patron, and he's hitting like the VIP level shit. Which reminds me, Kjartan, you got to give me your address, and I can send you a couple stickers and shit.
Yeah, it's like we Norwegians always do. We just buy our ways in there. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm buying my way in.
He had to buy his way into my show.
Yes.
Said, all right, you're a patron now. You can come on now.
You're welcome.
All right, and just a reminder, as if you haven't noticed, I have a new schedule days because of the nonprofits that I record on Wednesdays. So I'm doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays now, as opposed to my old schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So keep that in mind. And I'll always post on Twitter before we go live and stuff like that anyways, and on the days of the show. And, hello, Daniel. Oh, V sent me. Or V sent me. No, V didn't send me here. They always know I'm here. But anyways, I guess V sent you to check out the show. Well, thanks for showing up, Daniel. I hope you enjoy the content for tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit different because, Kjartan, here, I don't think you were really ever overly religious, were you?
No. So that's why I announced on Twitter. We're going to do things a bit differently because this is not really a deconversion story because there was nothing to convert at any point. Born into a non-Christian family, never been baptized, never confirmed, not all this. The only difference between me and a lot of the people that you've been on is that there is no separation between church and state in Norway. So you still have church, you still have a state church. So even though I was never baptized, I was still, forced to go to church a lot through schools and all that. So I spent unhealthy amount of my youth in churches for some reason.
That sucks.
Yes, and because I'm a musician, one of the first gigs that I've ever done was, of course, in a church.
In a church?
Yeah.
Hold it. Were you doing like religious music or just like original stuff or covers?
No, just traditional Norwegian music, for school endings and stuff like that. I still fucking love playing churches. The acoustic in there is something just beyond. It's like when you go in there, there's something majestic about it. I love the church as a room, as not as the religion sanctity. I love the room. I love how it sounds and how it is like playing in the big room and the acoustic, and you've got a great vocalist and maybe a saxophone with you, and it kind of like It sings all day. You just have that note hanging in there. So I got a weird relationship with churches, even though I've never been religious. I've got a very I got a religious view on churches. I really love the room, the house, as a musician, and I always have. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't play myself in a church, but I've been to a show that a friend of mine played in a church with his band. This is quite many years ago, but it was one of the ones that had like the super tall sort of roof in it, like almost like a cathedral-ish kind of thing. Not quite that big, but wow, like the sound, just the way it echoes through there is kind of
Yeah, no,
neat.
it's very majestic, and it for me it's sort of sad that this wonderful room is so in line with this horrible religion that I never had any faith in, but that room, it's a beautiful room, it's a beautiful acoustic, and it should be something for everyone, and it should be something that is owned by everyone. And there's where my conflict between the state and church thing kind of goes in, because still got a state church in Norway. That
Mhm.
room belongs to all of us. So I can go to Norway and say, hey, I want to go into this church and I want to have a concert in there. And it doesn't have to be a religious concert. It doesn't have to be anything about religion.
Mm.
It can actually be against religion. But because it's owned by the state, it belongs to everybody.
Very cool. But did they ever ask you to do any sort of religious content when you played?
No.
Oh wow.
No. That was like they were sometimes they like when you got hired to do weddings, and this is a lot later. The first time I played in the church, I was like 7 or 8 years old. I played a clarinet, and then I started playing guitar and stuff like that. But the first time I got paid,
Cool.
yeah, and but first time I got paid to play, it was actually at a wedding, and sitting down there, it was just always the couple who ask for the songs, and then maybe the priest would come up to you and it's like, hey, can you help us out on some of the psalms? And it was up to you. Like, if you didn't want to do it, the organist would take care of everything and you didn't have to. But a lot of times I actually said yes, because even though I don't subscribe to the doctrine of the music, a lot of the psalms are beautiful music written by very talented musicians, and I like playing that. It sounds good, it's fantastic, and you're in this, as I said, this majestic room, and sometimes I do it just because I like how it sounds.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Music is music, and for years they had gospel Sundays at a place called the Yale in Vancouver, which was a local blues club. And we used to go just because the voices of these choirs that will go there and sing, unbelievable. I didn't care so much about the message and the music and whatnot, but the music itself and their singing talents were incredible. So, and I used to go in there and be all jealous and shit because I couldn't sing like that, even if I had my nuts in a vice. So,
but absolutely, and sometimes I feel like I've never been one of these. Well, never is kind of wrong. I was never really sure. Like I only knew that I didn't have a belief in God. I'd never defined it as an atheist and agnostic or anything. I just
you never
knew
did the
that.
pagan route because you think about Norway, a lot of the old religions, like the old Norse ones and stuff like that. You never went down that road at all.
So here's the funny story. I got an older brother. His name is Skjalg, Skjalg.
Okay.
My name is Kjartan, Kjartan, and then you've got my little sister. Her name is Jedte. Jette.
Okay.
All of these names are all Viking names, all Norse names.
Sure.
Long heritage. I think I was in my late teens, early 20s when I found out that my mom was an Odinist in her younger years. So she actually subscribed to the Old Norse gods.
Very cool.
And that's where we got our names. My name is not only Kjartan, it's Styrk Kjartan, Styrk Kjartan, which means so Kjartan means seafarer or seaman.
Phrasing.
Seaman,
Okay.
seafarer, or let's call it boatman. To make it easy on all of you barbarians over there. And Sturk is the name of the first guy who ever stopped being a fisherman and start being. He used his fish boat to go out and rescue people. So he was actually the start of the original Coast Guard. So he was so tired of all of his friends getting lost at sea. So instead of using his boat to go out fishing, he started going out to save people. That was what he used his boat for. So he rebuilt his old, Viking ship and all that, and then he started going out and saving people. And
Very cool.
Yeah. So I was named after this old mythological guy who, what he did was, instead of being a fisherman, which Norwegian has always been fishermen, we weren't always.
Fuck yeah, you're by
Vikings.
the water. Why not?
Yeah, that's meat. That was a luxury. Even when I was young, you couldn't get meat. Dad went out and went fishing. If we needed dinner, he just went out and you went fishing because that was easy. Meat is fucking expensive. It's still fucking expensive in Norway. It's incredibly expensive. Meat is everyday food. So I'm actually named after the first guy who. Nice story, seaman. Yeah. I just remember that was a big joke on the Grand Tour. The guys from the original Top Gear, they started the Grand Tour and then they had the Grand Tour Seaman, and I realized that was not a very good phrasing on my part.
Grand Tour Seaman, just flinging it everywhere.
Yeah, just.
Like a scene out of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. So basically, even though when I was born, my mom was religious, even though it wasn't to any of the
Judeo type one.
The Judeo, yeah. There was religion in our household. My dad is an adamant fucking atheist, and has always been.
Is he vocal about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But never towards us kids. Till we started asking, all right, so are we baptized? No, you're not baptized. Why aren't we baptized? And then he answered the question and then my mom answered the question in a very different way. My mom was very harsh about God, the Christian God, in a very vocal way. But you don't really see those. You don't catch on those small things of the language when you're the small how adults can say something that is very sarcastic and very mean just by phrasing. You don't really get that when you're a kid. You just hear the words that is actually spoken to you. And she was really hateful about the Christian God. And according to my dad, my mom has never said this, it was because my mom lost her mom when she was 19 in cancer.
Oh, wow, okay.
And she came from a very strict Christian family, and they didn't ever talk about her disease. So all of a sudden, my mom just got a call. Your mom is at hospital. You need to come. She's dying.
Oh, wow.
She's like, what the fuck? And then
you guys didn't know? You guys didn't know about this?
No, my mom was 19 at the time. I wasn't even fucking born. This is 1977. So it's 5 years before I was even born.
I was 11.
Yeah. It's 5 years before I was born, dude. You're old as shit. How was World War II for you guys?
I know. Jesus, hang on. I might have to get up, and I might need this. So just a second here. I'll get my cane here.
Well, good on you. You come well prepared. I respect that.
I do. Well, actually, this is because I was rear-ended by a 92-year-old little old lady in a minivan when I was driving a tiny little car.
Phrasing.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, she rear-ended me in the intersection and sent me flying into the intersection. And my back was never the same since then. So every once in a while, I get a sciatica flare-up and I need the cane or I can't walk.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it sucks. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah. No, so according to my dad, that's when my mother lost all, faith in the Christian God, and she started looking for meaning elsewhere, and
that's when she became an Odinist or Odin follower.
Yeah.
Or?
So they called it Odinism because it's a very modern part of the Norse religion, and despite what everybody thinks, there was very little human sacrifice within these. It was sort of the fact that, and I'm going to go more into this, but we need to stop talking about Vikings as some sort of white supremacy stronghold, because that has nothing to do with their.
It doesn't. It has nothing to do with that.
It has nothing to do with it. They
Vikings thought they were superior to everyone, so there's nothing to do with that.
They were very black and white. You're against us.
Oh, yeah,
You're with us or against us. They
That's
didn't
right.
care about your skin color or whatever.
Nope.
If you were like, I'm with you, and you were, black as night, they were like, okay, cool. Here's a sword. Kill everybody else. They didn't fucking care. As they were barbarians. They were horrible in so many ways. But the one thing that they weren't was fucking racist.
Yeah, I don't think I've never heard anything about them having that sort of a culture. So
No, they didn't. They conquered so many territories with people of faith and everything, and usually they'd kill you or you'd become a slave, but this color of your skin was insignificant to them. It was if you converted and said, like, I believe in what you believe and I'll fight with you, they were like, yeah, cool, here's a sword, prove it, kill somebody.
Yeah.
And they didn't fucking care. But there is a very modern version of this, where you sort of
incorporates that.
It's sort of like, it's very black and white. It's sort of so Odin is the creator of everything, and then you got Thor and you got Loki, who's he's not the devil, but he's sort of just the malicious guy who's just everything bad that happens, everything that the Christians said, like, God works in mysterious ways. That's Loki. That's him just messing about. He's just fucking with you. He's not a bad guy. He's just full of mischief. And I don't know how much she believed it. I just think that she needed to believe something for a while, until she got over the fact that all of a sudden her mom died. She had a younger brother to take care of, and she was all of a sudden the oldest matriarch of a family at the age of fucking 19. She had two older sisters who had already moved out and started families on their own. And there she is, having to take care of a 4-year younger brother that she doesn't really know, and a dad who's distraught that his wife died. So she just needed something to believe in, something to make sense of it all.
I suppose so.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah. Just so you know, my friend Russ, frustrated atheist there, has been doing some fun facts. I don't know if you saw them, but he's been doing fun facts about you.
Yep.
Right. So it says you don't actually have legs; it's just a floating torso, and any picture video that he has legs is CGI. Yes. Like Creaky Blinder would say, CGI.
That is true. That is true. It's, I don't have legs.
No. Well, how do you stand?
I could stand, but I'm not wearing pants, and Mikey has prevented me from standing up. So
Okay. Okay, yeah, there was more of them. Hang on, these are pretty funny. All right, here we go. His name comes from the fact that his dad nearly sharted himself when his mom said she was pregnant. Shartman, Shartan. Oh, I get it.
I like my version of the story better. So can we just stick with that and then not kill everything from my childhood?
Then he heard what you were talking about
Yep.
your mom finding about her mom, and he said this. Oh, now I feel bad about my joke. Damn it, Shartan.
It's fine. It's fine. My mom is one of the strongest women that you'll ever meet. She's about 5'4",
Oh yeah, but kick our ass, kind of.
and my dad's 6 feet plus.
Wow.
And there's no doubt who's wearing the pants in that fucking relationship.
What the fuck is this all about, Shartan? You weren't supposed to say anything, Tom. Short for tons of mice.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm getting off your Patreon now. You weren't
No,
supposed
because
to
you
say
can look. You can look at it this way. Now you're paying for the weed.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Another one. So you're Loki.
Loki, yeah. I'm not saying it's the truth. And he's a hobbit. I'm not that short. Only Swede is a fucking giant and thinks
Yeah.
I'm that short. That's all on Swede. So no, I'm not taking that.
Yeah, Sweetie's a big kid.
Yeah, fuck, dude. He's huge.
I mean, I'm a big guy. I think he stands almost an inch taller than me. No, he's 6'5", you said, right?
6'5", yeah.
Yeah, if I put my biker boots on, I'd be as tall as him. So I'm
Yeah,
just
if
over
I-
6'4", so.
If I got on stilts, I could probably reach his groin.
Stilts at the top of a ladder.
Yeah, I could still reach his groin. Probably.
You punch him in the dick. There you go. Dick punch.
Think, just let me climb the ladder first.
Yeah, hang on. Let me get my step stool.
Stand still, you mouth running douchebag.
That's right. Yeah. Well, dude, did anyone in your, like you were saying that on your mom's side of the family that they were quite religious? Did anyone ever try to get you to become involved with any of the Abrahamic religions or no?
So here's the weird part: is that everybody on my mom's side sort of lost their religion because it was my granddad on my mom's side who was the religious one, and my grandmom wasn't. So all her siblings have chosen not to baptize their kids. Only her oldest sister has baptized their kids. Nobody else has. But on my dad's side, who is an adamant non-religious family, has done it because it's tradition to baptize and confirm their kids.
Oh, I
Has
see.
chosen to do that.
So
But
it's
they
not
have
really
the-
religiously based. It's more
No.
traditional.
Yes, and here's the deal. This is the thing that blows people's minds: is that in Norway, doing a confirmation ceremony gives you a shit ton of money. Like
Yeah, it's like a bar mitzvah.
yeah, it's like a bar mitzvah, and even on my time, it's like easily $2,000 in
Wow.
just monetary gifts. Right now, it's like three and a half grand. And who would give that up? So you now have something called the Human Ethnical Party, who actually does this outside religion, so that the kids who choose not to go to church can still have that bar mitzvah-ish ceremony and still get all that money from all the relatives and everything, right? So it's a very cultural, very...
I don't think you can do that, Mikey.
Yes. I can baptize you, my friend. You won't like it. You won't like it.
Save it for Pornhub.
Yep. No, we go to what's the name of Mikey's other? He's got this web page that he runs. I won't say it here. I'll be nice for once.
Shut up!
Yeah, shut up!
Now everyone in the chat's like, what?
What?
What's this all about? Mikey's gonna get some DMs later.
Yeah, he's got hit up Mikey on DM, and you know,
Has he got an OnlyFans?
probably. You'll have
Maybe.
to ask him. I don't know.
There's
somebody
Mikey standing there. That's right. Yeah. All right, let's quit making fun of poor Mikey.
No, there was the only one who ever told me that I should get baptized was my grandma on my dad's side, because she was, you know, in the church choir, but it was about tradition. It wasn't about religion. Jesus Christ, my granddad, even before they like started having those hearing aid thingies, like he turned his hearing aid off and pulled it out just so he didn't have to hear the priest talk. Like he was like, every time we went to like church and Christmas and stuff, because we played and we had like a school band and we always played in church on Christmas. And my dad was the conductor, so you always used to have like performances in church, and then you could always see, as soon as the priest started talking, you could see my granddad go like, "Yep, I'm out." He just pulled it out.
I wish I could have done that when I was sitting in synagogue as a kid.
Yeah, no, he was just like, nope. No, as soon as like God's in there, and he was even the same when we buried my granddad back in '99. Even the priest said, "Yes, I've known Reidar," which was my granddad, for many years, and I know that he would not like me to talk about God, so I won't. And he skipped the whole God part. Wow. He didn't hold any prayers. He didn't hold anything of that. He talked a lot about and it was a lot about the family coming up and playing and talking about him. There was nothing from the Bible, nothing, and we were still allowed to use the church. And this is why one of the reasons that actually like you should tons of mice. You should have seen my granddad when he saw my first tattoo. He was like, "So,
what the hell is that?
What?
You were just saying we don't do human sacrificing."
Yes.
So that's a fun fallacy, is what that is.
Yeah. No, I did not sacrifice my legs. I sacrificed something a bit south of my legs and north of my stomach. So.
So, wait, what?
What?
I'm lost.
Yeah. So am I. Welcome to the club. North of my legs, south of my stomach. Sorry, got that wrong.
One goat and... All right, Russ, that's enough of that.
All right. I actually have done a lot of good for the community, and it's not because I'm a Christian, but we're not going to talk about that today. What I want to say is that I think that there are... I remember growing up, and I was the only one out of 20 kids in my class who wasn't baptized. And I remember being teased on because I didn't have a name because I wasn't baptized.
Right.
I remember how it was going into that confirmation camp and being the only one who doing it outside of church. And being told, you're not doing it right. You're doing it wrong. And I knew all these kids that I'd gone to school with for fucking 8 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not fucking Christians. They're just doing it out of tradition.
Sure.
And because I had a very strong family behind me, and I was strong and in my belief that there is no God, and I would never stand for a God that I don't believe in.
Right.
And I was 15 fucking years, and I stood against 19 kids that I've been going to school with for fucking 8 years. That took guts, and I'm fucking proud of me for doing it. And saying that, no, I don't believe in God, I won't do anything, and I won't stand in front of a God saying that I believe in him just so people would give me money. Then I would rather stand in a different place, get a little bit less money, but at least I haven't betrayed myself. And I was fucking 15.
A lot of churches do that. They tell people, oh, yeah, we believe in God, just give us money.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many preachers I've spoken to, or ex-preachers as well, that all of them had stated that they stopped believing before they left the church.
Yeah.
So eventually they get their way out, though.
And because we have Catholicism isn't really a thing in the Nordic countries. It just doesn't exist. We have Protestant and Baptist churches almost exclusively. In Norway, Sweden, it's cultural. It's not religious. The amount of active religious people it's very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't really been an issue. And when I'm watching this show and I'm seeing all these people who's really like struggling within these religious communities that they grew up in, I go like, Jesus Christ, yeah, I know these communities exist, but it's so far from everything that I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I really have to give you a shout out for opening my eyes to that. It's for me it's been an eye opener. It's been an insight to a world that I don't know, and never have seen, never have understand. So
you're talking for that, Neil. You're talking about like all the people that I speak to and what they went through, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. And that's been an eye opener for me, because that has been a world that has been unknown to me and been very foreign to me. So and seeing that has been a very educational for me. So good on you, Neil.
That's good, man. Black Swan. I met Black Swan today while watching Rachel Oates' live stream earlier and saying hi, because Rachel and I go back, a couple of years now and become friends. So I finally got to meet her in Texas when I was down there, and we sat and shot the shit for a little while. She's really good people. And anyway, so I met Black Swan at the live stream that Rachel was putting on there, and they decided to sub to the channel, which I appreciate very much. I'm now 39 subscribers away from 2,000, which is a lot better than I thought I'd be doing. But 39. Let's convince 39 people to sub.
to be fair, it's a lot better than anybody thought you'd be doing, dude.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, that's
supposed to insult the host.
Oh. I'm still paying to be here, dude. So
that's right. You're a patron. I gotta let you.
You have to let me get away with it. Some shit.
You're gonna have to borrow my glasses now, bud. The deal with it glasses.
You actually have those glasses? I thought that you had like a Snapchat filter or something when you had them on the okay.
No. You just you can buy. I got them off. I downloaded that Wish app, and I've been kind of going crazy. With buying like stupid things on the Wish app, and this was one of them because it was free. So I said, "Oh, free? Send me 2." So I bought 2 pairs. I actually got one for, he doesn't know yet, but I got one for Randolph. Ooh. Some of these.
Like,
so
I would.
So we can wear them on our show.
Yes, I would love to see Randolph wearing one of those, especially when he's doing one of his construction projects.
Definitely.
That would be funny as shit.
But that him and I are starting that call-in show, right? Yeah, and about once a month we're going to have guest hosts with us. So we'll hit you up at some point, Kjartan, so you can guest host with us.
I'm always up for it, and I got my respect for the atheist community that you were building, and the fact that you're doing this. I never thought that there would be an atheist movement. I never thought that there would be a use for it, but that's because of what I talked about. It's the cultural differences, right?
Sure.
Because there has never been a use for it. There has never been a need for it where I grew up.
Right.
Because Christianity was just cultural. It wasn't really religious.
Right.
But seeing where you come from, seeing where a lot of the people that you talk to come from.
Not so bad here. Down south of the border is a different story.
Yeah, but that's a third world fucking country. Who fucking cares anyway? Let them tear each other apart.
It's happening already, man.
Oh,
I
Jesus
feel
Christ.
the Americans and the Canadians have always been brothers in arms through all the world wars and stuff like that. And when we see shit go down there like that, as much as we're kind of laughing at the situation a little bit because holy fuck, we still kind of in our hearts we're like we still kind of feel bad for our brothers in arms down there in the States that they have to deal with that shit that's going on right now.
Yeah, no, it's Jesus Christ. Yeah, where to get started on that? But but I think that especially for us, and I'm not going to speak for all Europeans. I think for a lot of Norwegians, especially, we're sort of pissed off at the Americans. Canada joined the Second World War, quite early. You were part of the Commonwealth. You were part of
Yep.
the British Isles. So you joined in when the World Declaration came from the UK. You joined in.
Yep.
It wasn't until Pearl Harbor that we actually saw some action coming from the US, and by
Yep.
then Norway's been occupied for a year and a half. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, and there is some resentment there from them standing by, saying, "No, we're not going to take part. We're not going to take part." Oh, now we're attacked. Now we're taking part.
Yeah.
There is some resentment there. So I think that there has been some gloating, especially amongst older generations, around how America has sort of fucked themselves over and over and over again, and it's also been the fact that like D-Day. We've heard a lot about Utah and Omaha Beach, but we don't hear so much about Gold, Sword, or Juno Beach, right?
Juno, that's where the Canadians landed.
Yeah, the Canadians out of Juno. Then you had the coalition forces in Gold and Sword Beach, right? So all the movies that come out are always Omaha and Utah Beach, where all the Americans came in. But we have to remember that of these 1.1 million fucking soldiers that actually participated in fucking D-Day, only 40%. Well, not only 40%, but 40% were
Right around that.
Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other 60% were coalition forces. They were French, they were Canadian, they were Norwegians, they were Swedes. No,
Swedes, you bet. Everyone else.
Danish and everything else. So they hold Gold, Sword, and Juno Beach, and then you had Utah and Omaha Beach, which was the American beachheads. So there is some resentment there, and there are people alive. My gran, who's suffering from bad dementia, so she couldn't tell you any World War stories anymore because she doesn't even remember who I am. But
my grandma went through that too.
yeah, it's horrible. It's like seeing somebody you love, you love die piece by piece by piece by piece. So for everybody who has somebody around you in your proximity who's suffering from dementia, I feel for you.
Yeah.
It is absolutely one of the most horrifying things to see.
Yeah, my mom is it was her mother, and my mom is starting to show little tiny signs of it. Yeah, so that's why I go and see her every Sunday. So we go and we hang out. That's my church, hanging out with my mom. Right, we go for brunch. Have some waffles or whatever. Right now, we can't. Well, you can go to restaurants here, but they don't encourage it. So I just go to her house or her apartment. And I sit with her there, and we order something in on like DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever the fuck, right? And
yeah, just don't order anything for Google Eats. It will never fucking arrive.
Apparently not. That's a reference to when Google Eats shows up in my chats and always tells Kjartan his food is on the way, but it's never here.
Never comes.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fucking hungry, damn it.
No,
I think.
Go ahead. I think it's very important that we. I'm sorry. I know that's not the topic of your show, but if you have somebody in your life suffering dementia or early signs of dementia, just make sure that you tell them every time you see them that you love them, how much they mean to you.
Yeah. Tell that to everyone you care about all the time, as much as possible.
Yeah, as much as possible,
know.
but because you never fucking know. I know that I would rather see people go the way my granddad died. He died doing something that he loved, and he died all of a sudden, than seeing somebody go the way my granny is now dying slowly and deteriorating bit by bit in front of me, and I can sit there, and I can sit there, and she knows who I am 1 second, next second she has no idea who I am.
Right.
And yeah, just all my love to all of you out there who has somebody, but just tell everybody that around you that you love. Tell them that you love them as often as you can. And yeah.
Quick little thing here. My friend Beach Price has shown up in the chat. Hang on, let me scroll back up here. And please comment on the phrase, you have to believe in something. As the only answer I have as to why. I said, I'll say, yeah, I do believe in things. I believe in things that actually have evidence to support them. But then it's not really a belief because it's knowledge at that point, because there's evidence. So you don't, but remember, knowledge is a subset of belief. So
yeah, but you also, I think that you have to believe in something is doesn't often refer to religion. So
true.
I believe in the good of man to the point that I become naive at some point, right?
Yeah,
so
me too.
When you tell me something the first time I meet you, I will always believe you. You always start at 100% with me. You have to fucking Google it, dude. Send me a photo of waffles and I'll believe you.
Waffles. You can't eat a photo Google Eats. What's wrong with you?
I can still look at it.
But it's probably not.
Yeah, probably wouldn't taste like waffles.
Well, put a little syrup on it. You'll never know.
No, I got some maple syrup.
Hello, I'm Canadian. If you don't, I can supply you.
Yeah. That's not the supply I'm asking of you, dude. But when you believe in something, I believe in the goodness of most people, right? So when I meet somebody for the first time and they tell me a story or they tell me something, I will always believe you. Everybody starts at 100% with me. You have to prove yourself to go down the ladder. So you don't have to prove that I have to trust you. You have to prove that I can't trust you. I would rather be that person. I would rather be that naive person than be that very, cynical person.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because I've been this nice, naive person, I am starting to become that cynical person that I don't want to be.
Right. Cynical, for me, that's a little strong. I call myself a skeptical pragmatist. So you can be skeptical and pragmatic about it, right? So,
but to believe in something, I believe in the power of music. I can't feel it, I can't see it, I can't hold it, but I fucking believe in it. I believe in the power of goodness of man. I believe in. Oh yes, of course I will. Give me frustrated atheist. Write 2 or 3 phrases in English, and I'll say them in Norwegian.
There you go.
Without a doubt.
Cats aren't aliens. Octopus are. They say that. What do they call them? Cephalopods? Is that what they call them?
Yeah, cephalopods. Yeah.
They say that when we're gone, they're the next most likely species to become landbound, to become the intelligent species here. So that's what scientists gather, anyways.
I have a very, very specific theory about this. I think that the next species to take over the world are horses.
Horses?
Horses are evil, and they've just been winding us up for thousands of years, thinking that we're their masters. But every now and then, they just go like, poof, and they kick you in the face.
Yeah.
Or you bite your
fucking... by a horse.
Yes. Did you like it?
Mm-mm.
Was there a reason for it?
Fucker fractured my leg.
Yeah. He just wanted to hurt you. These are evil, and they say like, yeah, we eat grass. But have you seen their teeth? They're like this fucking big.
Yeah.
Like, no. They fucking would eat you up in a second, but they've just been tagging along. And then you have cats who are the right hand of horses, because they have just like found out the perfect way to just take advantage of humans. They're like, open my door, clean my shit, give me food. But as soon as horses step in, cats are gonna be scratching your fucking eyes out, and they are gonna kill you. So horses,
they will
and
eat
cats,
you.
Yeah?
They will eat you if you're dead.
They will eat you. So horses and cats are gonna. So horses and cats are the next fucking.
Squidward playing Kjartan's old clarinet. Okay, so Russ has something for you to say in Norwegian.
All right.
Is there a Norwegian word for hobbit?
Yeah. Folk sier at jeg er en hobbit, men egentlig så er ikke det sant, da. Jeg er bare en veldig hårete fotkortperson.
There you go. Are you happy, Russ?
You got that. That was for free. Next one, you have to put it into the super chat.
Oh, sorry. The chicken has sweet egg shoot. I don't even know what that means.
What? No, I don't know what that. I can't fucking translate shoot. What is a sweet egg shoot?
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 He's trying to say egg chutney. No, that doesn't work.
No,
I don't know what shoot is. Like shoot of like no, that would be no. That's like a bamboo shoot, that kind of thing. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to translate that into Norwegian. Nope.
No, Randolph. That's only when Smeagol says it.
Yeah.
Hobbits. Yes.
I can't do it because I've been drinking beer. It always kind of bungs up my throat there. Oh, that could be misconstrued.
Oh, dude, I have to tell you. By the way, I've been drinking this tonight. The Helena's Ouzo.
Oh yeah.
A friend brought it over.
I hate that stuff, man.
Yeah, a friend brought it over. Said like, because I've been sick for a couple of days, and like this will cure you. And I'm like, after like a half a bottle, you won't feel like anything of your flu. And I don't have corona, by the way. I got my test results back, so it's not corona.
Nice.
Flu.
Nice.
I can tell you, I've had like a fifth of a bottle, and I can't feel my feet. So
I thought you didn't have feet. You blew
it's
it.
metaphorical.
Okay. Like the flood story in the Bible.
My bionic feet.
Bionic feet, yeah.
Oh, tons of mice. I hate you.
Sounds like something to be played backwards. It's definitely a unique sounding language for sure.
Put of tons of mice.
What, this one?
Yep. Yes, we have a word for it. It's vagina.
That doesn't sound very Norwegian to me.
No, we just actually accent the G, so it's vagina. Oh, I almost got a spit. That Mikey, I get a fucking tenner for that. I made him spit.
Again, tune in tomorrow for our Pornhub edition. Anyways.
No, that's when I make Mikey spit. Oh!
On that special website of his?
On this special website of his. I'm not allowed to say it anymore, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's gonna give you shit.
So, but all right. So, let's turn the tables a bit.
Sure.
So,
Borat.
no. So you were raised Jewish, right?
That's correct. Yes.
And
I always thought my story was a little bit like a little bit of a fuck you to Christianity, because if Jesus is the way to the Father, as they say in Ezekiel, I think it says it somewhere. But anyway, if that's the case, then why would he have me born to Christians, given up for adoption and raised by Jews who don't believe in Jesus. If Jesus is the way, was I being tested? Because that's what some Christians have said to me. Oh, well, he was testing you. It's like fuck off, you idiot. Why would he even bother? If he wants you on the right path because he loves you, that wouldn't have happened. So that's my theory, anyways. And it perplexes them.
Yeah, I'm always going to turn to Rowan Atkinson in times like this. Is when he does that Toby the Devil sketch.
Oh, the Christians over there, the Jews
over there.
were right. Or whatever.
I'm sorry, the Jews were right all along.
Yeah.
You must feel like a bunch of nitwits right now.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it's a fucking classic. You should really look that. And he actually did one back in 2017, where he actually had like, oh, can everybody? There's a big ring right there. It's reserved for Donald Trump. Trump. He said it in the same way he says Bob in
Oh, you got a fan, Kjartan.
Ah, Jesus Christ! Yeah, when you look like me, you have to take jokes in stride.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I would say you got no right to poke fun at other people if you can't take it yourself, right?
No.
And I'm pretty big on the self-depreciating humor, anyways.
I'm a fucking hell. Like when you. This is the thing, like we're white blokes. We're two white blokes over here, and we're supposed to be part of, according to like Nazi fucking doctrine, a part of the genetic
T-rump.
Yeah, the rump. We're supposed to be sort of the part of the genetic superiority fucking race.
What a load of horse shit.
And I'm looking at you and me and I go like, no. Nobody fucking looking at you and me and like go like, yeah, that is genetically fucking perfect.
They're superior.
Yeah, they're superior. Have you seen these like guys go like with the Nazi flags and they're like 250 fucking pounds, 5'4", and go like genetically fucking superior. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really? Are you sure?
Well, we're not gonna weight shame anyone, but still, I understand what you mean. Yeah, they think that they have the superiority thing, and they're definitely far from being superior to anything, really.
I look at myself, and I look like fucking Fat Thor from
from the Avengers
Endgame. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not genetically fucking superior to anyone.
Dude, we got to get you a Thor helmet. We totally got to get you a fucking Thor helmet.
And a fucking hammer.
Yeah, hell yeah, exactly.
I'll go get a hammer. I'll just sit there.
Well, you and I were talking about doing our own little spiel of a show at some point, and I think that would be fucking hilarious if you did that.
Can we talk about guitars now? Can we talk?
Yes, of course. We got like, about 10 minutes left for the show, so let's. Dude. Yeah, like this is you're a musician. Like whip one out. Easy, folks. Easy. We're talking about guitars. It's okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So I've been playing guitars since I was about 10 years old.
Wow.
I got some beautiful items, and I want to bring some of them out to show you. So I'm going to pop out for about 4 seconds, and I'm going to go get a couple of more guitars, and I'm going to tell you a bit about them. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, give me 10 seconds.
All right, I'm counting. 10, 9. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to make you guys sit through me counting down with a fat Thor pig. Yeah. Well, Russ, if you tune into whatever Kjartan and I are going to end up doing together, you'll see the fat Thor. Because we'll have the helmet on him, and they'll have because the two on the wall behind you weren't enough. He's got to go in his room and grab one of the other 9,500 guitars he's got in there, probably.
There's 13 in the house. So, all right. So, the one I'm holding right now is an absolute fucking beast.
Oh, let's hear some, man. Robert. Oh, that's right. There's a delay. He's back already.
I'm already back. So
good to see you, Robert. It's been a while.
this is a Schecter ATX,
Nice.
and it's a beautiful.
Kind of got a
piece.
Stratocaster body.
Yeah, and it was built for me by Schecter after I did a tour with a band. I'm not gonna say the band for obvious reasons, but it's made out of one piece of mahogany.
Wow.
So what you can see, there is no split lines between the neck and the body.
Well, hang on, I'm gonna put you in a solo layout here, bud.
Yeah, so it's just one piece. It's an absolute piece. It's got Seymour Duncan blackouts in it, and it sounds. Let's do this.
Whammy bar.
Yep.
Nice.
It's an absolute fucking beast, this guitar. Let's do, if we go... So,
Free bird.
free bird. Fuck you, Marky.
Oh, come on. That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. So,
Yes, I'm free as a bird now.
so this guitar is an absolute fucking beast, and I think I can show you.
It's
right
gorgeous, dude. Look
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
lines on that.
now. Yeah, and you see this? There is no actual split between the
Yeah,
neck and the
nope.
body. This is
The one piece.
One piece of mahogany, carved out, given to me by Schecter after I did a tour, signaturing one of their guitars.
Oh, man, that's gorgeous.
So it's
Nice color.
it's a fantastic fucking guitar, and it's tuned as a 7-string, even though it's a 6-string.
Mm-hmm.
So it would
So you're
Kind
you're down one then, right?
yeah.
You're
So
down
it's
it.
it's a baritone by definition.
Right.
It is fantastic.
So
It's
was
got
it, is it
Seymour-
low C?
So it's Seymour Duncan blackouts in neck and front. It is fantastic. If you see the string,
Humbuckers?
yep, of course.
Nice.
Active.
Yeah.
You see there is.
Wow,
there's
look at
almost-
that.
There is almost no space between the neck and everything. It's been absolutely perfectly immaculately made. Schecter makes great guitars for a great price. And the ATX is a very good entry level. You won't get this though, but it's very good. It's a fantastic guitar.
Russ wants to hear some vaudeville.
Then we have this one hanging over.
Kjartan, you got to move here, buddy. I need a guitar player here.
Yep. We also have over here.
Yep.
I am moving to Canada. Here you have
That's awesome. That's very Zach Wilde-esque.
it is a Zach Wilde signature actually.
There you go.
It's the only Gibson Zach Wilde signature that was ever. No, I'm not playing Skrillex.
It's Skrillex. Shit. Is he still going on? Is him and what's his Dead Mouse still fighting?
I think so. Yeah.
Because they've been going at each other for years. I like their tunes. They're interesting.
This is Zach Wilde edition, barely finished.
You know, he came into my record store when I worked there.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's not been painted.
Mhm.
So it's called a barely finished guitar. There's no binding, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives it this really fantastic tone. Even though it's got the EMGs in it, it's got this very. Let's give it a little bit more juice.
A little bit more Jews. What? Oh, bluesy sound.
So it's got a very subtle tone to it.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic guitar, and even though it's got like that very high attacky EMG mics in it, it's an 63. It's got a very like got a
See,
very neat tone, very subtle.
Yeah, but you see, I'm a huge blues fan, so when I hear that sound, I'm like, yeah, baby.
Yeah, and it's got that Les Paul feel to it, but it's got lots of sustain in the body, even though you have that high attack.
It is a Gibson, so
yeah. So you have that like.
Oh yeah.
So it's a very, very nice guitar. It's got a great neck. It's got a nice body. It's very well balanced, which is for all Les Paul owners know that Les Pauls are not very well balanced. They're very heavy on the neck. So this is a unique piece. It was only made 1 year by Gibson. Then it was left over to Epiphone. So this guitar, and as you said, very Zakk Wylde-esque. You can see that.
Yeah, you got him on the back there.
Yep. 400 pieces made of this buzzsaw only back in 2009. So it's very special to me.
It's beautiful. Yeah, Zakk Wylde came into my store, Sam the Record Man, when I worked there, and I seen him come in, and I didn't recognize him right away because he had like the long blonde greasy ass hair, and he was wearing like ripped up bell bottom jeans. Oh, I don't drink that much, and there's what's that, an SG?
That's 2012 remake 1963 SG, exactly the same specs as Angus Young.
Beautiful.
It's got the humbuckers, original from Gibson. Sorry, wrong finger. As you can see, it's got the humbuckers. It's got the original tone control, and it's got this tone that you just find in the remakes. Like, I can't afford to pay, like 13,000 fucking euros for an original 1963.
Right.
But this is
if you could find one.
And I actually got this from my brother for my 30th birthday.
Nice.
So
we got an SG. Give us some Angus Young, brother. I think Hans P. Hansen was asking for some aha or aha. Is that wait, is that Take On Me band? Take On Me.
I can't remember the song. But the special thing about this is like the clean sound that it puts out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's.
Oh yeah.
And as in all SGs, as soon as you go into the treble mode, you go like. It sounds like you're playing two different guitars. You don't touch tone control. You don't do anything. You just go from.
Randolph wants to know if you know any Dire Straits.
Yes, I do.
Specifically Industrial Disease, which is a great song.
No, because I was born in this century, Randolph.
So, yeah, I know Dire Straits is more my time zone, but
And the last piece that I want to show you is this, which is also a very special one. It was given to me by Epiphone after I played Epiphone for a different tour, and this is one out of only 3 of this spec ever made. It's a prophecy. It was way back when Epiphone was trying to get into ESP Eclipse market.
oh
sort of
sure,
things.
right.
Yeah. So you can see like you got the bindings and everything. You got like the lighting and everything. It's got the actual microphones. It's got a very heavy body, so it's very well balanced. And again, very unusual for an Epiphone or a Les Paul model of any kind. But I can hold it very easily with just one hand. And it has it's got a very high attack mode. It's like one of those guitars, like you feel like you should be doing fast. You should be going. But also, it's got a very subtle tone when you go into, and it gets very muffled. So if you want to play like like old style kind of
12-bar blues. Some Stevie Ray shades going on there.
So it's got a very subtle tone.
Metric system.
Yes, it's a metric system. It's a metric system. So it's got a very subtle tone to it. But as soon as you go into the neck, you kind of get like.
See, it's right now I'm hating the fact that you don't live anywhere near me.
This is just in your mind. So yeah. So that is for a
That's actually better, yeah.
Yeah, I got about 13 guitars. Every one of them are for a different use. I got 8 amplifiers. Everything has a different use, and people are like, why would you need 13 guitars? And I'm like,
why don't I? Like, I could put 13 guitars to use in one fucking show. So,
and they were like, so how many guitars do you need? And I was like, one more.
Always one more.
Yeah, it's always one more. It's like Harleys. Like, how many Harleys do you need? Oh, one
fuck.
more.
Don't start. Don't even start.
Yeah, no, that's our next topic of the day, dude.
Well, why don't we pick up the Harley chatter in an after party? Because we've gone past the hour, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry about that. But
that's okay.
But what I have to say is that this is the thing. People ask me like, why would you spend $1,000 or $1,500 on a guitar? It's like, why would a carpenter spend? Why wouldn't he buy the $10 hammer? Why would he buy the 50 or the 60? A lot of what you do is in the tools, and the work that you do gets easier if you have the right tools to do the job. Get the right wrench in the right size, and it'll help you. I'm helping this guy
called Eddie. Durability, everything.
I'm helping this guy called Eddie. We just picked out a Telecaster for him, And he's been like he's been trying to teach himself how to play guitar through a forum that I'm administrator for on Facebook, and
Cool.
he sort of got to one of those plateaus. And everybody who's ever played music know when you get to a plateau, you know, and you want to climb the stairs, but you don't know how to proceed. You're like, you get stuck. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got him another guitar that fits him. I'm not a big fan of Telly. I know Mikey's a big fan of Telly. I'm not a really big fan of the sounding, but it fits him and he sits right with him. And now all of a sudden, you know, things are loosening up. He's climbing the stairs again. He's like evolving again. But we need to, and I think a lot of musicians have lost this. Like, we need to help each other evolve because
agreed.
By helping each other, we sort of evolve. And I'm very lucky because my brother is one of the most talented guitarists that I have ever met. And whenever I get stuck on something, I always call him like, dude, I'm working on this song. And I'm sending it to him, and he sends it back, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I can't play that. Yes. And he's like, yes, you can. Practice, practice, practice.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
Yes, you can, and I'll fucking show you. And then he sits down in this fucking 3-hour fucking Zoom call, showing me all the different scales that he used.
And Andrew wants to play with us too.
Yes, pots. We need more pots, pans, and spoons.
Hell yeah, we'll just call it industrial music, right?
And cowbell.
Okay, needs more cowbell.
It always needs more cowbell.
My drummer, Colin, who by the way is a phenomenal drummer, went and picked up a cowbell for his drum kit. So now we have to sit there and listen to him hit that in specific songs that we play, especially the ones where they're like tribute to the 80s kind of thing. So, and he said, "What?" on this fucking thing. I'm like, geez, Colin.
Yeah.
Man. Like I'm expecting, Christopher Walken to walk in the door any minute. Yeah, walking. You see what I did there? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Well done. That's all. I heard it. No, but it's, music is love. But every time somebody says like, "Oh, you can get a like $50 guitar," yes, you can.
Sure.
It'll sound shit and it will make your life miserable, but you can.
And make you not want to play music anymore.
Yes. Or you could buy a $500 guitar. Anyone might.
Yeah, I got points. It's not even the after party yet.
And you might want to play some more. So my advice here is that whenever you go into a guitar shop, and please, everybody, stop buying instruments off the internet. You need to feel it. You need to hear it. You need to sound it. You need to, like, how it feels when you're sitting down and you're playing and all that shit. Like, go into your local. And when I moved to the city in Sweden that I live in, Umeå, there was 4 dealerships. Because of the internet retail business, we got 1 left. Make sure that you don't end up in that situation. Make sure that your local fucking dealership is still there, because you fucking need them, dude. You fucking need them when you go in there and you look for something.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Support the music local stores.
Yeah.
I had a friend that did it once, and he was fairly new to the music scene. And I'm like, why are you ordering? Dude, go in and fucking pick up a guitar and start playing it, because you're going to order this thing, you're going to get it, and then you're going to be like, you know what? This doesn't feel that good. Now what are you going to do? You could sell it to someone else and get another guitar, but
then you go back to the music store. It's like, can you help me tune this in? Can you help me, adjust the frets and everything? And they'll fucking help you out. And that's why you pay the extra $200, right? That's why you pay the extra money, because of the fucking service. Because these guys, they will spend an hour and a half, 2 hours with you.
Oh, yeah.
To pick out the guitar that suits you. And then you like, all right, this suits me. And then you go on the internet and buy it. Talk about fucking disrespect, man.
Well, it's just, it's I don't know. When it comes to a musical instrument, always go and do it in person. Always.
Always. So, and I think that we are going to go into an after party.
We are.
I have done everything, but as an ending, what I want to say is that to all you aspiring musicians out there, I've played music for almost 30 years. God damn, I'm old.
Well, yeah, it's been actually a little bit longer than that for me too.
Yeah. And not even 6 months ago, it started paying off.
It's a long, hard road, but it is sure a fuck of a lot of fun getting there.
Yeah. I've done tours that have cost me more than it paid me.
Mm-hmm.
Basically because, you shouldn't destroy television. You should never destroy television. Televisions are fucking expensive.
You're not supposed to do that until you're making the big bucks. Come on, Kjartan, what the hell?
I might have fallen into one. I am not admitting to anything. I'm just saying that might have happened.
Hey, Kevin.
But if you
Kevin's
like
giving
music,
us
if you
these.
like music, if you like playing music, keep on playing music, keep on making music. I know that we have a lot of aspiring musicians watching you, and keep on producing, keep on creating, because you don't know the thing that kind of got me off the ropes was not the thing that I thought was going to do it. So that's my last words for you on this show. It says, keep on playing, keep on rocking, and
Keep on rocking in the free world.
I hoped you wouldn't catch on to that. I just heard it when I say it. I was like, no.
Come on, his name's Neil too. I gotta.
Yeah, I know.
And he's Canadian.
And in the sacred words of Zach Wilde, what do you need to succeed? Practice, practice, practice.
Yep, exactly. And I love playing live. That's the one thing that I really enjoy about doing that shit.
I have to say, all right, so I'm not really done. So, fucking Corona's been a fucking money box for me because people been buying music as fucking shit, and it's made me ridiculously fucking wealthy. But I fucking hate not being able to stand on stage playing for people.
Yeah, me too.
The fact that I can't go into my local blues club and just do a song or two, or there's no choice, there's nothing, right? Even if it doesn't pay as well, like, Jesus Christ, on stage, man.
Just get up and play in front of people. I don't even care if they pay me or not. I just want to play. Yeah, hey, Doorknob, we know what you mean.
Not bad. You've been playing with, yeah, not bad.
All right, well, I guess we'll call this one a done deal. And Kjartan, man, thank you so much for joining me today, man. As soon as you said, hey, I'll come in and do it, I was like, yes, because I wanted to have you on the show.
And we didn't even get into Harleys.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll talk a little bit about the whole motorcycle thing. Well, Harleys, anyways, in the after party for sure. But thanks, dude, for joining me. It was great to have you on and chat with you. As soon as you mentioned, I've been looking forward to it. So
it's a pleasure, dude. I'm on anytime you need me. Your podcast is something I think is a must watch for a lot of people, especially for people who come from a place that is a non-secular society like I come from, and we need to broaden our fucking perspectives a bit.
Sure.
You don't live in a fucking box, and not everybody has the same experience as you has. So, thanks to you, Neil.
Thank you, sir. And thanks everyone for hanging out in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I know we wasn't really a deconversion story so much as talking about whatever version of religious influence that he had in his life and how he dealt with that sort of thing. And of course, we talked about music. And then, of course, the guitars came out, which is I was hoping for. I don't know about you guys, but I was hoping for it. But anyways, we'll get a little bit more into that sort of stuff in the after party. If you're interested in joining Kjartan and myself, please let me know if you Twitter Messenger or Twitter DMs or Facebook Messenger if you're not on Twitter, and I will send you a link so that you can join us and hang out with us crazy cats. And just remember, guys, I'm now one of the hosts of the Nonprofits on the ACA show list. The Nonprofits, we are the Nonprofits. It's myself and Puck and a whole bunch of other people that you guys might know. So don't forget also to sub to True North Talk, which is Randolph, who's in the chat right now, and mine's upcoming show, where we will have you people call in and we'll talk about whatever you believe and why. And it doesn't even have to be about beliefs. We can talk about just about anything. It's just going to be a call-in show where we talk to folks. Of course, the whole idea behind it is to talk to people about beliefs and stuff like that. So go over there, sub to that channel. The link is in the description below. And also, Kjartan's links are also in the description below. I will add the Bin Patreon link to it in a bit. Kjartan is also a member of the Bin podcast with my very awesome producer, Mikey Famine, who's backstage with us. But I think, for the close of the show, we can bring Mikey out. There he is. So, hi. But anyways, guys.
Hi there.
Thank you to all my wonderful patrons. Because of you guys, this show just gets better and better, I hope. And don't forget, my new schedule is now going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays instead of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, because I need those Wednesdays to do the Nonprofits. And the other days, the Mondays and the Fridays, I've got some other projects in the work, possibly with this gentleman right here, where we'll be doing something in the future too. Probably do a music themed show. So, and I'm probably going to get my buddy Dick Dawson in on that too, because he's also a musician too. Anyways, guys, as I always say at the end of these shows, remember, with the whole COVID-19 thing going on, remember to be well and be safe, and above all, be kind. And like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.